collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the DX Zun Zun Shouka blaster from Bakuage Sentai Boonboomger. This is the weapon slash henshin device that Boon Red uses to transform into Boon Red 119. I guess in Japan they have 119, we have 911. So there you go. But the form looks amazing. I love the look of this form. You can see it featured very prominently here on the left side of the packaging. Taking a look at the bottom, just your usual warnings and whatnot. Over here, again, we have Boon Red 119 with the Shouka blaster, and it does have compatibility with the Boon Boon Changer, so we'll take a look at that. And then over here on this side, just another cool pic of the form and the blaster. Spinning it around to the back, again, showing off the gun and the form here. Does come with two LR44 watch batteries, so we don't have to supply any batteries, which is very cool. Up here again, just showing its compatibility with the changer, and it works with the Boon Boon Buster as well, so we'll check that out. And then you got your little QR code for the directions, all that good stuff. So very cool. I think this is going to be fun. I'm going to go ahead and get it out of the packaging, and we'll take a closer look. Here is the Zun Zun Shouka blaster out of the packaging. I think it looks pretty cool. I will say it is definitely a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing. In terms of shelf space, I'd rather they be smaller than larger. But for some reason from the pictures, I thought this was going to be like a much larger kind of hand cannon thing as just opposed to like a one-handed weapon. But again, I still think it looks pretty cool. You have some nice detailing here. Really nice silver paint for this gate area or cage area, kind of looking like the ladder of the fire engine. You have a little gauge painted there, some nice detail here on the top. This whole section is obviously made to look like a fire extinguisher, complete with the hose and nozzle up here, which is pretty cool. Some nice gold paint here on the front. Moving around to the back, we have that silver paint again, looking very sharp. You have the little kind of pump action thing for the gun. This is the battery compartment area. Now, why this is gray and not black like the rest of it, I really don't know. I don't know why they didn't just make this section out of black plastic as well, so it would blend in easier. Not a big deal because it's on the back, but just kind of strange. But the little tab was in this little slot right here to pull it out to activate it. And then if you would ever need to change the batteries, you would just depress that little button right there and the panel will slide off. Unfortunately, because it does have, kind of the pull tab, as most of these that have batteries included, there is no on and off switch. Sometimes you get lucky and they include one. Unfortunately, not the case here. So that's a bit of a bummer. But you have the trigger here. This is some inlaid red plastic, so that's not paint. That's just different colored plastic there. And then you have this piece on the back that you pull for part of the transformation. This is obviously where you connect either the Boon Boon Changer or the Boon Boon Buster. So we'll take a look at that a little bit later on. But yeah, just kind of playing with this thing on its own. The trigger will give you a random blaster sound, but you will eventually run out of ammunition. So you can hear that when you need to reload. One pump there. And you're back in business if you hold the trigger down. You get kind of a powered up sound, but that will also run out of ammunition. And I forgot to mention the little speaker. You can see the slits right there. Pump that again. And you are back to being able to fire. So transforming into 119, we're going to pump this 3 times. So there you go. You have transformed. Pretty cool little standby jingle there. I like all of that. Now, for some reason, you want to play it again. Now, like I said, there's no on and off switch, so there's not an easy way to reset it. I would assume if you sit it down after a while, it will turn itself off. So then you kind of have to wait for that to get it to do the transformation again. Because when you go to pump it 3 times again, it's going to give us a attack sound, which we'll hear in a moment. But you can just pull this back. So after you transform, if you don't want to wait for it to turn itself off, and you want to hear the jingle again, you can just pump that 2 times. But now if we would take this and do it 3 times again. So you get kind of a finishing attack there, which is pretty cool. So again, if we would do this, you can hear it says Zun instead of 1. So that's how you know it's going to do the attack sound instead of the transformation jingle. And I think that's why they put this, just pumping this twice to give you the transformation jingle, because it's kind of like once you transform, then it's in the other mode for the finishing attack. And you'd have to naturally wait for it to turn itself off since there's no on and off switch. But that's kind of it for this thing on its own. You have the attack sound. You have, holding that down for the larger attack sound. You have the transformation jingle, and then you have, the special attack by pumping this 3 times. So not a ton of sounds on its own, but there is a little bit more we can do with this. So if we bring in the Boom Boom Changer, we will slide this right on here. And there you go. You get another attack sound. So basically what you do is you slide this on. It starts the standby music. You pump this once. You hit this once. And then you hit the trigger. And that's the sequence for that. And then you get that cool sound. This does nothing at this point. That'll give you that. You do get kind of a different attack sound with the trigger, though. So that's kind of cool. It sounds like a more of a laser sound. I like that. It also seems like you never run out of ammo. So that's pretty cool. We can take this off. You just hit the little button right here to hold down the release. And then that slides right off. And next up we will try the Boon Boon Booster. It's going to be the same sequence of events here. So slide it on. That one you kind of get the lion growling sound, which I think is pretty cool. And then we're back to that new sound for the laser. Very cool. So that's kind of it for this one. Not a ton going on, but I still think it's kind of fun. I mean, you have a decent amount of sounds. Honestly, more than I was kind of expecting. You have the trigger sound, holding down the trigger for that attack sound. You have the transformation jingle. When you pump this 3 times, you get the finisher attack. Then you have the attack for attaching either the changer or the buster. That also changes the sound of the normal trigger attack sound. So there's a decent amount going on. But I mean, honestly, is this something you absolutely need? Maybe not. I mean, for a collector's standpoint, it doesn't come with any of the Boom Boom cars, so there's nothing kind of exclusive to this set. It's definitely something you could probably wait and pick up at a sale towards the end of the run of the show, or even maybe sometimes halfway into the run of the next show. Stuff starts to go on clearance. I don't think it's something that you'll be going back to over and over again. It doesn't have a reader or anything like that, so it's definitely something that you could probably wait on. You'll play with it probably a couple times and not really pick it up again, if I had to be honest. But it does look cool. I think the colors are nice. The paint applications are pretty good. I appreciate that it comes with batteries on its own. And the sounds that you do get, I do think are pretty fun. Like I said, definitely not something I think you're going to be going back to over and over again. It's not like, oh, I got a new car and I want to connect it. The cars don't even connect to this. So that's just how it is. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.